Hello, Libra. How are you guys doing? Time for your weekly check-in. We're going to see what's happening with you guys in the third week of December 2025. I do have a special announcement to make, but first, if you are in need of a personal reading, all the information on how to go about doing that is in the description of this video. Now, the special little treat is for the remainder of December, all of my courses are available for download on my website. For those of you needing a little extra kickstart into 2026, wanting to make 100% sure that you take a new path, you want to be armed with as much knowledge and wisdom as you possibly can. I would recommend at least grabbing one. They're very reasonably priced. I'll go ahead and name them off real quick. How to Read the Tarot. I have that. That's a two-part course, part 1 and 2. The Beginner's Guide to Manifestation. The Steps to True Healing. How to Attract Your Life Partner. And Manifesting Financial Abundance. I know that some of those may sound a little bit cliche, but one thing I can promise you is that the things that I teach and the way I explain it, you're not going to hear it taught or explained anywhere else on the internet like that. I don't promise or guarantee very many things, but I promise and guarantee that. So the link is in the description. Again, they're available for download. January 1st, they go bye-bye. Okay. All right, let's jump into this. Let's see how the energy's looking between Libra and the person they're dealing with in the third week of December 2025. Oh, yeah, one more thing. For those of you who keep writing me, telling me that my audio sounds funny, we're aware of that. We got to looking into it, and it's a glitch between Apple's new microphone sensitivity settings clashing with YouTube's microphone sensitivity settings. Because I just upgraded to the new iPhone 17 Pro, and there's nothing you can do about it right now. We got to wait until they fix the problem because it's something, like I said, Apple upgraded their microphone sensitivity and somehow it's clashing with YouTube's, and there's nothing you can do about it other than use some like external microphone, which I might look into. But I would kind of rather that they just fix the problem after they get enough complaints. But anyway, so thank you all. You keep writing me about it. We know, we're aware of it, and there's nothing we can do about it. All right, let's see how the energy's looking between Libra and the person they're dealing with. How's it looking? How's it looking? Oh, maybe you're finally starting to come to the conclusion that this is a waste of time. Right. So the Seven of Pentacles in the upright, for those of you who buy the tarot course, I'll give you a little crash course, a little freebie. This dude right here has put through so much work and effort on this little pentacle bush right here. He has worked his ass off, but it's still not quite producing that 10 of Pentacles that he wants. So he's taking a step back and he's looking at it and he's trying to figure out whether or not it's worth it to keep working on this. And when it's in the reverse, that's when he decides, no, never mind. It's a waste of time. Fuck it. So let's see what else comes through. Yeah, Page of Cups reversed. Yeah, I think you putting your foot down and making the decision not to extend or accept any offers from this person. Now this is kind of I don't know if I want to say a common theme, but something I've been kind of seeing play itself out through a lot of the signs where you're making some decision like that, but it's not really telling me why. It's almost like there's a missing puzzle piece there. And maybe there doesn't have to necessarily be a reason. Maybe, you know, maybe this is just a situation you've been dealing with for entirely too long and you're finally just coming to terms with it. That this person is not somebody that you can trust at all. At all, at all. Now, they still keep a close eye on you, or at least they're attempting to keep a close eye on you and pay attention to what you got going on in your life. Probably just to be fucking nosy. Um, Now, some of you, I gotta say it because it's yelling at me. Some of you may be afraid that somebody is using black magic against you. I know that's not all of you, but I do hear that a lot more frequently than you would think. Don't let that scare you. Don't feed it fear. Don't feed it anger. That's how you feed it power. You know how simple it is? I mean, it's easy and it's challenging at the same time. All you really have to do is be so in touch with your energy that you can tell the difference between your energy and a foreign energetic interference. See, when somebody throws black magic at you, that person can't hurt you. They can't do anything to you at all. The way it works is they throw this ball of negative, shitty energy at you, which, by the way, it's going to find its way back to them one way or the other. But it attaches itself to you and you don't realize it. And it slowly creeps its way up from underneath of your unconscious mind and slowly overtakes your conscious mind from underneath. And it, long story short, it triggers you to manifest the bullshit for yourself. That's the way it really works. That's the way it really works. It's you that does it. Because if you're not paying attention to your energy and you just allow this energy into your field and you start communicating with it and feeding into it and feeding the thoughts that it puts in your mind and feeding the feelings and feeding into the anger and all that, then you're giving it power. You're identifying with it and you're identifying as it, which gives it permission to be in your field. But when you reject it, when you feel it coming in and you reject it, this is not my energy. This energy is not welcome here. It's not wanted here. It's not needed here. I'm returning it back to wherever it came from with love and light. It has to leave. It has to. It has to obey universal law. And it's going to find its way back to them one way or the other. Oh, yeah, it is. Anybody out there playing with throwing negative energy at somebody? You're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It may be 5 years from now, but it's going to find its way back to you. And it's going to fuck you up 3 times worse than you could have even imagined fucking them up. So, anyway, I hate to trail off on that, but somebody needs to hear that. Either way, though, even if it's not someone that dabbles in metaphysics and esoterics, I still kind of think that they're trying to see if they can manipulate the situation somehow, some way. They may be doing things to try to get your attention, you know, posting things directed towards you, viewing your Instagram story, liking a picture every now and then, replying to a comment on a 6-month-old comment thread that you're both tagged in just so you see their name, shit like that, you know. Uh, but yeah, I'm thinking that for the majority of you, you're putting your foot down and saying, fuck it. This is a waste of time. I'm not wasting any more of my valuable, precious time, effort, and energy. I've wasted enough of my time on you. So, okay, let's see how they feel about you and what their intentions are. How does this person feel about Libra? What are their truest feelings, energies, and intentions? Hey, there's that Libra card. So this person believes that they are the victim and you deserve to be punished. You know, you know how you always hear people saying, "Ooh, karma's gonna get you. Karma's gonna get you for what you did to me." First of all, that's not how karma works. There is no little invisible superhero named Captain Karma that goes around kicking people's asses for doing bad things. That's not the way it works. And here's another thing that, just on a side note, to everybody out there screaming karma's going to get you, did it ever cross your mind that maybe that thing happening to you was karma getting you for something you did? That ever cross people's mind? I don't think it does. I don't think anybody ever even thinks about that. But, you know those people who create problems and then play the victim. Like, you created that fucking problem. What do you mean karma's going to get them for a problem you fucking created? That's what this energy feels like. For example, let's say they cheated on you and you left them. Now karma's going to get you for leaving me, right? That may sound crazy. There's a lot more people out there like that than you think. A lot more. A whole lot more. Anywho, I think they want you to chase after them. Yeah, they're hoping that you'll chase after them. I don't know, for those of you dealing with a situation that is getting pretty old, they might be losing hope and faith that you're going to chase after them, but I think that's what they've been trying to get you to do. And I think reality is kind of starting to crash in on them, that even if you have chased after them 5 or 10 times, that you're not doing it this time. You know, you're not doing it this time. So, but the question is, why do they want you to chase after them? So they can be with you? No. So they can reject you, or so they can string you along, so they can play games, or just to give them power over the situation. The one who cares the most is the one who has the least power. The one who cares the least has the most power. I know that sounds horrible, but if you're the type of person to take advantage of energies, then that would be, you can take advantage of that energy when somebody cares more than you. Or when I say perceived power, it's like when you think you care more than they do. All they have to do is pretend that they care less than you, and that still puts the power in their hands. That's a different topic for a different time, though. Yeah, yeah. I don't like this energy. I don't like this energy. I don't think that this is somebody that wants peace, happiness, love, and harmony. Kind of feels to me like somebody that's addicted to drama, negativity, fighting, insecurity, bitching, complaining, you know? Let's get the advice. What advice do we have? Hey, I'm telling you, when you make a decision, it better be final. There's no wavering, there's no backpedaling. It needs to be final, especially those of you who have been on and off. Especially those of you who have been on and off. This needs to be a final decision. If you've been on and off with this person, you're going to have to put your foot down and keep it there for a long time, because they have endless amounts of confidence that they can get you to fold and break under pressure. Endless amounts. Because you've done it before, time after time after time after time. So by you rejecting them once, do you think they're just going to give up and let it go when you've already shown them that you'll fold? No, they're not just going to let it go. It's going to take a while for the message to sink in that you're really fucking done this time. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. That's why got to be careful when you're on and off. Every time you go back on, it digs the hole a little bit deeper and it's a little bit harder to climb out of every time. So, death card, judgment, ace of cups reversed. For those of you making that decision, it better be final. No ifs, ands, buts. You got to be so set in your decision that Jesus Christ Himself could descend down from heaven in a ball of light and tell you this person has changed. I don't care. I'm done. Don't care. Don't care. You have to be so fixed minded with your decision. Don't care. Don't. Nope. It's done. That's nice. That's cute. It would have been nice if you would have changed back when I was willing to work on this, but I'm done now. Okay. All right. Let's see how the energy's looking generally for the singles. Single Libras. Anything new coming in? Anything old coming in? Anything good coming in? Anything bad coming in? Anything coming in at all? The star card. Some of y'all got an Aquarius headed your way. Two of Cups, though. Looks like something's coming in, but you're wondering whether or not this is too good to be true. Yeah. Now, I don't know if it is or not. The first spread is just the general overview, mainly from your perspective. Wondering if it's too good to be true. Now, the question is, why are you wondering that? Whenever energy feels off about a person, it's only one of three reasons. There's only three reasons why energy could feel off about a person. Either A, you're intuitively picking up on something that is off about that person. B, you're projecting your own shit onto them because you have healing you need to do. You know, you have unhealed trauma. The lens through which you view the world is so cracked and broken that even if they have nothing but the best of intentions, you're not capable of picking up what they're putting down. Or C, both of you are so vibrationally mismatched that you're not even capable of connecting at a deep enough level to be able to pick up what each other's putting down, even if both of you have the best intentions. So that's why I always say you don't want to sit around spending too much time trying to figure out why the energy feels off, because it's one of those three reasons. Which one of those three reasons is the best scenario to run with? None of them. None of them. None of them. No matter which one it is, it's still going to fail eventually at some fucking point. Even if you do get lucky enough to hold that together for a long period of time, you're still laying the foundation on beach sand. Eventually, that wave is coming. It's going to bring it down. So hopefully you don't hold on to this for too terribly long. Hopefully not. You really want that energy to sort itself out in the first month. There's nothing wrong. Hey, we all have bad days, you know? Maybe you're having a bad day. Maybe I'm having a bad day. Give it time. But after a month of consistently talking to someone, hanging out with them, dating them, or fucking them, that energy should start settling down and that connection should start forming. If 30 days in, it still feels off. That's an indication that you're not dealing with your fucking person. Well, let's, I guess, see this person's feelings, energies, and intentions. King of Cups, they got feelings for you. They're a little bit nervous about jumping in head first as well. And they're carrying burdens that they're keeping to themselves. I think that's what it is that you're picking up on, right? They have lots of past vibrational baggage and burdens that they're carrying. And you can feel that beneath the surface. But I don't see bad intentions. I do not. I don't see bad intentions. I don't think they're playing games with you, trying to manipulate you or nothing like that. So again, they have good intentions. If you're not able to pick up on that, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So I guess let's get the advice. What advice do we have for Libra? Don't try to force nothing. Don't try to fight it. Right? You know my favorite philosophy, especially when it comes to dealing with a new person. Let them do whatever the fuck they want. Let them do what they want. If you let them do what they want, it ain't going to take long for them to show you what they want. You just got to be watching. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't speak your feelings and stuff like that, you know? But there's a fine line. When it comes to certain things, should I really have to explain myself? Right? You want to find discernment in that realm of the situation. There's some things that are just fucking self-explanatory, you know? Like I don't care who you are. I don't want somebody in my life that I have to fucking control. Like I do not fucking understand who the fuck wants to be in a relationship where you have to control your partner, constantly going through their phone, telling them who they can and can't talk to, who they have to block, where they can and can't go, who they can and can't hang out with. So you mean to tell me that you're afraid that if you let your partner do whatever they want, they're going to run off and cheat on you? If not, why else would you feel the need to control every move they make? Why you got them on lockdown? You know, that means that you don't trust the person that you're with. Why the fuck do you want to be with somebody like that? Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. When you're with me, you're allowed to do whatever you want. I'll give you more than enough rope to hang yourself. If you go off and hang yourself with it, you're the dumbass. Not me. You're the idiot. I didn't miss out on nothing. I don't want nobody like that in my life. If you're too stupid and you lack common decency and common sense to respect a relationship on your own without being told, fuck you. I don't want you in my life. Go do what you want. I'm not going to demand shit out of you. I'm not going to demand that you respect this relationship. I'm not going to demand that you make me feel a certain way. God damn, man, you hear that shit? People demand. I demand that you make me feel the way I want to feel. So fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. You shouldn't have to force it. You shouldn't have to fight it. That doesn't mean there won't be challenges and obstacles and bumps in the road. But there reaches a certain point where you're fighting a losing battle. Reaches a certain point. Put your concerns on the table like a calm, cool, respectable adult. Because if I come at you angry, shitty, nasty, and aggressive, you're naturally going to defend yourself, as you should, when somebody comes at you nasty, shitty, and aggressive. And all it's going to do is start a fight, you know? So you bring your concerns to the table like a calm, cool, respectable adult. You're responsible for how you deliver your message. You're responsible for making sure that you deliver your message in a way that they feel safe receiving it. And then step back and see what they do. See how they respond to it. What you're looking for is effort, not perfection. Effort. All I'm looking for when I tell you that something bothers me or I don't like this or I like that or whatever, all I'm looking for, I just want to see if you even try to alleviate my concerns. Just try. I'm not saying you have to flip a switch and turn into the person that I have in my imagination. I'm not saying that. That's not fair. That's not realistic. I just want to see your effort. Do you even try to make me feel better at all? At minimum, I'm going to at least explain myself to you. If you bring your concerns to the table, something I'm doing is bothering you or something like that, bare minimum, I'm going to at least explain myself. I'm sorry you feel that way, but that's not how it is. That's not my intention. That's not my thought process. Let me break it down and explain it to you. That's going to be bare minimum. Minimum. Ideally, I say, okay, I'll work on that. And you'll at least see me trying to work on it. You know what that indicates? When you see effort, that means I care about how you feel. I don't want you to feel that way. Now, if this person just ignores it, lets it go in one ear and out the other, and especially if they try to shame you for it, that means I don't give a fuck how you feel. If you let them do what they want and they show you what they want, believe them and then respond accordingly. All right. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Libra family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. And for those of you just now tuning in, I do have a special announcement, okay? For the remainder of December, all of my courses are available for download on my website, okay? All of them. This is for those of you who want a little extra jump start into 2026. They're all available on my website. I have How to Read the Tarot, Part 1 and 2, The Beginner's Guide to Manifestation, The Steps to True Healing, How to Attract Your Life Partner, and Manifesting Financial Abundance. Okay, if you're wanting to really get an extra jump start into 2026, I promise you, you ain't going to hear this shit taught or explained the way I teach it and explain it anywhere else on the internet. I can guarantee you that. Right? I would at least grab one of them if I was you. They're very reasonably priced. January 1st, they go bye bye. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.